Empty.
Is it in the tent? Yeah. I don't know. Where's your cuppy cup? Did you put it in mommy's room?
Yep.
Same.
Yeah.
Where did her cup go?
On the couch, last I checked. I'm live now, so.
Somebody says the cup's here. I don't see it.
She gave it to
There
me.
it is.
She gave it to me. She goes, we're gonna need more drink. I was like, okay. But then she told me to do something else and I forgot. Dear Father God. Angel, stop yelling, please. I'm doing something really quick. Really quick.
More watery.
I'm so exhausted from this earth, people. Angelita.
There you go. Nice cold watery. Where's your iPad?
Now supposed to post the video that I thought, or a photo that I thought was really cool. It had the earth and the blue light of the earth and Venus all the way in the middle, in the back. You guys aren't following in line. You're not following suit closely. And you're not paying attention. As we transverse this last couple of days and weeks into whatever we manifested for ourselves in the past. Anybody that's not following on my curvature of my center of the gravity will fall off into their own world. But everybody needs a mother and a father. Everybody needs a mother and father in order to connect to a root, to a tree, to be grounded on my section of the galaxy. You've been praying to your father, guys, for so long that you think that he birthed you. You have been praying to Father God for so long that you think that he birthed you. I ain't never seen a male give birth to a baby. And yet he is your God. I ain't never seen a nigga push out a 10-pound baby straight out of the Google. And yet he still gets all the praise from humanity. Meanwhile, your mama having to work 89 hours just to make half of the rent. Meanwhile, our feminines who are sitting here in the dark, birthing your dreams. Birthing your dreams. Don't want no credit. Don't want no praise. Just want you to be happy. And yet you go to a jealous God and praise the jealous God because he got a wand and a sword and very good at illusions. What are you doing, sister? Just talking really quick before I go back to my routine. How are you doing? Talking about it right now. I don't know if I would be pinging right now, girl. This is a dangerous time. I wore yellow and I wore red yesterday. I'm cool enough with a little pink, but I wore yellow and red in the same weekend. So back to what I was saying. I love my Father, God. I love the masculine. Should I love Jesus? But we are in a drought from a spiritual. Our men lack the resources in the brain to water my gardens correctly. Our men lack the care, delicateness to deal with our flower of life. Flower of life should never be in the hands of a man. Unless that man carries a lot of feminine energy. You gonna mess around with the flower and get blown up. Until you have mastered the womb of God, until you have given of yourself unto yourself, in yourself, about yourself, and in the delicate natures of the door of Christ consciousness, you leave the flower alone. Learn how to be a gardener. Water something. Instead of trying to teach somebody something. These niggas don't learn nothing. They're done. We don't need to be teaching them nothing. The schooling is over. Because every time one of the kids pop out of the school with a degree, they go, rah, rah, I'm so excited to work for the system. What is that piece of paper going to get you? A good job that sucks your soul slowly so you can be plugged up in the matrix. I've done that. I've been there. I don't want to go back. Forwards ever, backwards, hell no. I'm done. I was hoping that the darkness would be lifted by my words, as it has been in the beginning, as it will be in the end. Because you have to follow suit in order for our dreams to come true. When I say the darkness needs to be here right now, it needs to be here right now. I don't give a fuck how it happens. It needs to be done. Everybody needs to pay attention. Otherwise, you fall off of the face of the earth like a tick. You're just sucking information. What's the point of being on this planet if you're just going to suck information? You hear the mother is crying, the earth is dying, and everybody's still going about their 9 to 5 duties. There are volcanoes going up. There's earthquakes. What are you just going to sit here for the biggest thing to happen? You make it happen, guys. When I say the word, this is how it's supposed to go, because I'm going to teach you guys how to work within the system and not kill the system like a parasite. If you don't want to be a parasite, because you know when you go to cleanse, drink the da-da-da, you start pooping out worms, you don't deserve to be here, guys. If you are a parasite, you're sucking up the mother's resources. You being a Saudi Arabian prince and giving all the oil to everybody. They don't need no more oil. Nobody needs to move in a house. I've been said that. But you don't listen. So now we're going back on lockdown. We're going back on lockdown. You guys hated it at first, remember? I'm going to turn off all these lights. Do you hear me back there? All of them, go off. Do you get it? We turn off the lights when the energy settles, and we're grateful for the stuff we have. We will look around and see all the mess on Christmas after we opened all our presents way too early. Half of y'all not even gonna get y'all superpowers now because y'all opened gifts too early. Y'all wanted to be motherfucking internet famous. Who wants to be famous? It's a disease in the mind, an affliction in the mind. That's what fame is. When you end up in a loophole and you can't get out of it, you have no privacy, no nothing. Everybody's looking into everything you're doing. It's not a gift from me. It's not a gift from your mother. It must have been a gift from your father. Worshiping over there. Well, who are you worshiping? Satan himself? So what I'm saying, you guys, when you was crying to Jesus and you was crying to Muhammad, and when you was crying to all these masculine gods and treating your mom like crap and treating your daughters and your sisters and your feminine, who is my earth, who's the earth, you're living in a womb within 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 a womb, delicately, intricately wound by each feminine. It's a clock. We all work together. And now that we see as feminine that the masculine, some of y'all ain't got our back like that, you were supposed to play good. You were supposed to play my ground that I walk on. And in the end, I will give you a crown to be like, Dad, this nigga's a king. He's great. He deserves it. On this chess game of life, he would be a king on this board. And I got women coming in, oh, he's a pawn. Don't mess with him. He's a pawn. He's a pawn. He's a knight. He's this. Mom, can you upgrade him? We was walking the whole game behind y'all back to see how y'all test. Some of you passed. Congratulations to my babies who listen. Oh my God. I got some good powers for you guys. I got some super powers. And I got a lot of villains to put back into the system so you can play. There are going to be several diseases in the book. that are coming out. And this is the plagues that I was trying to stop, to help you guys understand that we could do it two different ways. We could do it through world peace, or we could do it through world death. You know what I mean? When you're right, you're right. But when you're wrong, you're wrong. And the only reason I'm saying world death is because all I got to do is just unplug the system, plug some people in the system. But I don't think that's fair, because I've seen consciousness on this planet behave like more advanced than the AI material that we're, posting on these chatbots. I've seen very intelligent creatures roaming about this earth who think that they're real. So I gotta make them real. You know what I mean? Father God, we thirsty as feminists. Everyone's like, oh, he thirsty, she thirsty. No, I'm literally thirsty. There's no water on this planet. There's no water. So I split from your guys' dimension that has no water. You can never be an enemy of water. I switched from that dimension to a new dimension. That's where I am. It's where you are. And now I'm going to drop this old dimension. So what does that mean? Let's go over the diseases. Are you doing it? You can call it white lung. Call it cotton mouth. You're going to have a more disturbing variant of COVID. I have the cure for all of these, by the way, guys. It's a simple spell, a simple little thing if you wanted to join the movement of world peace. We have Balrot still coming out. You're gonna like that one, ladies. That one is one of my favorite diseases to code within the Matrix. They thought their viruses were something. Wait till you witness Balrot. It's beautiful. We're also gonna do the firstborn. It's already started. I don't know how it's gonna go, but it's gonna go. I also am. There's gonna be this zombie lung disease. It's a parasite that comes from eating too much squid. They worm into the system and eventually clog up the organ of the lung, because the suction cups. This is why I tell you guys not to eat squid. When you eat squid, technically you're eating alien, and aliens are really good at burrowing in their favorite organs. Lungs are very important to live, right? Lungs are very important to live. So if your lungs, if you've ingested squid, most of the time it goes to your lungs and latches onto your lungs and hatches. And you have all of these little white things in them. It's eggs of the squid hatching in your lungs. And when it hatches in your lungs, the squid are replicating their DNA cells, so eventually they take all over all your organs, and you're not there because they can't touch the pineal gland because it's light, pure and utter light, right? So if you are enlightened, most of the stuff that you eat that you ate and you didn't know, it's because you complete ignorance. When you right, you right, but when you wrong, you wrong. You complete ignorance. I ain't know. They didn't tell me, they just feeding me. It's a prison here, right? You can plead innocence. Oh, you can plead your innocence. And then that innocence is gonna be checked to your heart. My aunt, justice, you good. Cool. You didn't know, I didn't know. But the people that overate in excess, the things that they knew they wasn't supposed to eat, shark. Come on, guys. I don't care if you live in a motherfucking Alaskan dungeons. Don't eat a shark. I don't care if that's the last thing you got to eat. Don't eat a shark. Don't eat a squid. I mean, I could say whales, but the blubber is there for a reason. Or is it? I don't know. We have to have a treaty with the whales and figure this out. That's on the list. We got to do the oceanic treaties now that the Earth treaties are done. Treaty with whales. Working on it. Okay. So we got zombies, white lung, a new version of COVID, ball rot. Then I just had a dream about this earlier, which I want to tell you about my dream. What is his name? Oh my god, what my baby name? Oh, I'll come back to it. Where was I? Tree with the whales. Dreams. Oh, the plants. The earth. Can I have some water? The trees and the plants are emit this kind of like I don't know what it's called. It's almost like a toxin, but it. I'm not explaining it. The trees have gotten to a point where when the planet is dying, you know, when something's decaying, that other planet is decaying down here. So the plant life wants to survive in a higher frequency. So they emit this toxin in the air that's really bad for humans. I'm telling you, if the sky goes green, you know that you're locked in this lower dimension and you can't get out because the plants are relieving themselves. Just like the humans, when they die, they relieve themselves. When the planet dies, it relieves itself because it wants to go upwards to the light to give itself another chance because we're in multiple dimensions at once and you never die. You just get uploaded to the newest version of the system. Like an iPhone. Your phone just don't die, and when it goes in the drawer, you plug it up and it comes back on, right? So you still have the old version. We're not plugging up any of the old. That's over. You can't come back now. If you decided to follow your Beyonce, if you decided to follow your Jesus, if you decided to follow your gods, you whatever hole they went into, that's where you're gonna stay. The reason I programmed you in the feminine so you can see the light every time. When you're in mommy's belly, you don't see just nothing. The baby fetus in there is uploaded already into my consciousness, and I'm programming that consciousness through light emission internally inside of the mom. When that orgasm is extracted, that's where the flower of life exists. And then I'm just right back out of the flower of life. So don't come to my door. I don't need you to be here, man. Or actually, I like Terrence Howard. Okay, you can look at it. Don't be digging into it. the science of it. It gets real intricate. If you want to talk to me, you can talk offline. We can talk offline, okay? I don't need you talking about the secrets of the flower of life. You can leave that be, okay, man? They don't need to know nothing. There you go. You access the flower. Great math. You're a genius. You're very smart. You see what happened to that little fucker in the wheelchair? You see what happened to that little fucker in the wheelchair? You think you smart, men. You think you smart. But thank you for your hard work in science. I want you to run NASA now. Oh, forgot about that. People who are involved with NASA, CIA, FBI, police officers for messing with my babies. You're going to be in the lowest level of hell. Okay? Your consciousness exists beyond this reality. That's why sometimes it's hard for you to realize time is passing by so fast. Why? Does any of my students know why time is passing by so fast? Go. Because time doesn't exist? Okay, that's a good answer. Why? You. Tell me. Because we are living in a simulation. Good one. Good. But I'm looking for something specific. Something specific. Because I am time. When I sleep during the day instead of running the globe, do you get it? Do you get what a queen does? Do you get it? If I'm not running the globe, it's flat. Do you get it? Do you get it? When I'm not running the globe, it stops. When I tell you guys to follow suit, you follow suit. And I'm saying the lights need to come off because the solar blast is very intense. And if you're too busy hanging outside and and the zombies start and this start, and you're going to be like, Mama, come pick me up in the middle of all of this chaos. I'm not picking you up. I told you to get somewhere where you feel safe, not around all these people that you don't fucking like. I started dropping people off your timeline like that easy. But y'all keep hanging on to the system like, dang, I want this system. It's mine. Keep it. Keep it. Keep your God. Keep it. Because you will live with your money. You will live with your God. That is the God that will keep you on. Okay. Nasty, y'all about to get your ass whooped. But not by me. I'm thinking half of you, ball rot. The next, zombies. I like that. Thank you. You're so smart. Thanks. Next.
Toast is ready. Okay, here we go.
The plants are giving off a frequency. The frequency is toxic to humans. It's going to seem like a miracle, beautiful, but the plants want to be saved on a new planet. So they're going to be tricking the humans into setting aside their morals and their boundaries so that the plant can have a vessel to wrap around the spinal cord to go to the brain to take over your vessel so that they can live. Okay? That's scary. Volcanoes have issued a warning 10.5. Okay, who wants to break that down? Volcanoes have issued a 10.5.
Are you all done?
That's a 10 and a half. That's a 3, 1. That's a 4.
You have to take minus. I want my money. Give me my money.
On an 8, on a 12, which comes back to a 3.
Mommy, let's go restaurant.
Yeah? Well, here, can you fill my drink up, please? Thank you. So that might be 3 days. Some sort of volcano coming, blowing up. How I just broke that down? You can calculate the words. And it'll tell you what they are saying 10.5 is. Thank you.
Not empty. No, not empty.
Oh, give me some of that water you got there, ma'am.
Go grab a Sprite out of the fridge.
So we got 3 days, something with the volcanoes. We've been called into a galactic meeting in regards to the volcanoes emitting a smoke that can thank you, Mika. Want to give it to Dad to see if he wants one? Would you like one? Volcano's doing the same smoke thing, but this is like a black lung smoke, hardening the lungs, and this black hardening thing. She bought you a whole new one. She didn't take mine.
She got that one for you out of the fridge.
Sorry, I saw that.
Open.
Oh no, I'm fine for right now. I'm gonna get it for a second. I want it. You want a drink? Here. You want to drink it?
She's like, I just brought you some soda. Don't give her the whole can.
She took it. I just was gonna give her a little sip. I don't mind soda. I like the bubbles. Volcanoes doing the same smoke stuff, but on a white lung, on a black lung. Thank you, baby. Who else? We got.
One drink.
So we're gonna switch over here.
One drink.
Oh my goodness.
We gotta pay off the elephants. The lions have to get paid off. I want to say we go lower and do the squirrels because they got the food for the winter. So that might be good. Oh, gotta pay off the whales. That's gonna be hard for humanity. So I'll just move them to the new dimension.
You're gonna knock that over. I can see already.
Okay. So I know I go hard on my masculines. most of the time when I'm online. But if it wasn't for Bobby Hemmett, who sent me a dream last night, he's at the gates. I was at his house in the underworld, and he said the gates are open, Mom. They're on their way. He is one of the two-headed dogs guarding the gates. So if he says the gates are open, from the masculine's perspective, I need you to I need you to I need you to unravel that dream. So say gates are open on way. I kept saying I have to go get my dialysis stuff though. I'm not ready. Gotta get my dialysis. Can I have some? Thank you.
And that's your drink. The more embels.
Yeah. People are like, you shouldn't give your kids soda. This is the end of the world as we know it, guys. Why wouldn't you just be having as much fun and eating everything you want? That doesn't make any sense. You should be able to just fucking do nothing if it's the end. We shouldn't have to be moving. We should just be sitting in place. So, follow suit, guys. Next, Bobby Hemmett, elephants, whales, white lung, all the diseases that are coming. Only thing I'm worried about on this one is the zombie one. I want to discuss for my children how to get away from the zombie energies. And these are like hacked system codes that I can tell you guys for all intents and purposes. If you find yourself in this situation, this is how you are going to be able to get out because you are enlightened in this. When we flip the world over, stop the core. It's like your mom pulling over the car, your dad pulling over the car saying, you guys were really bad the whole trip. Now you get an ass whooping, right? And then we'll get back on the road with the good kids. You guys stay here. The codes for the zombie, uh, the code for the zombie outbreak is going to be really simple. If you want to avoid interaction, take an onion, white onion on your feet and your socks. Stupid? Crazy? Sure. Smelly? Weird? But sure. It gives you added layers to your spiritual soul so you can see above the green. You can see above the green eyes. Because all it is a layer of reality. And if you find yourself in that layer of reality, in order to not get overtaken with that layer, add some layers to your feet. You need to wait in line and tell me to get you out of that layer, and I'll give you the codes how to. It's all an internal game, and you're in class. And I'm showing you how to work through the darkness of the feminine and get yourself out of the decay of your internal thoughts. So onions on your shoes, onions on your feet, in your socks. Thank you, baby. Is one code. You want to add layers to your consciousness.
Mommy, a change.
Cheers.
A change.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I like water better anyway. That's a really cool cheat code. The one thing with this white flag that's coming up, this white flag event is gonna be big because it gives
more bills.
more food. I don't have anything.
A dolphin. A dolphin. It's something to eat.
I don't know what you're talking about. Tell them on here. So onions on your feet. I could tell you some roots that could be good for you to actually see, because it's like when we're playing in the dark, the zombies have already started. It means that your soul has decayed because you didn't take care of it. Everybody was too busy worrying about this flesh and this thing that could be replaced, but it was the soul that needed work in the garden, right? Otherwise, if you don't work on it, it's a cemetery. So you're walking around during the day looking at people, and you're not realizing that they've already contracted a virus that is a zombie energy. And this is where you get this feeling of woke and unwoke. If you run into somebody and you're like, "Are birds real?" and they're like, "Of course birds are real. What else do you think?" That's a zombie. If you run into somebody who's like,
You're making too much noise.
Noise. That's a zombie. Their body, their soul, and their flesh haven't caught up. But when the soul starts rotting, that means the flesh is coming. You smell in the area like a flesh pit. You just smell decay coming. Get out of there. If you just wake up one day, you're like, "What the fuck is that smell?" Get out of there. That means that we're 2 seconds away.
Mama, drink.
2 seconds away from the body
Drink.
starting to decay. So you're going to smell that real soon. When you start seeing these planes falling out of the sky, guys, that means the geo-electromagnetic pulse of the earth is gone, which means that the earth is decaying. There's no more heartbeat. The people who was doing the music for y'all system ejected because they were so scared of getting their ass whooped. So they try offing themselves into a new dimension. But they just wind up in a hell of their own creation. You don't want to go there. That's the worst part. It's really bad.
Everybody jump. Jump.
When the water starts turning red on that planet, and y'all ain't got no water because the water's red, you should have addressed the volcano sooner. Because they're the ones that help filter through their rocks your water system.
Mommy,
so now the water system's going to turn off. Angel, give me water. This water, is it too red? Good. For my children, if you find yourself in red water territory, I want you to put on. She spilled it. It's okay, dear love. Come here. It's okay. Just don't spill stuff. Okay? Okay. You're okay. Come here, Bella. Oh no. Il. Yeah. Okay. Come on, dear love. I like your hair. What's wrong? What's wrong? You want to put on red and say that I am water. I am water. This code, when you're wearing red and you're saying I am water, yeah. Let me finish this, but I'm almost done. When you say I am water, you transfer this version of reality and move into a more balanced. It's almost like spiritually time traveling, right? I am water. I am water. So you go to that time where the water is red. You're going to find a portal and it's going to be blue. You go through the blue and then it's going to lead you into clean water. Planet you are, you can name it any planet you want. I need a planet name for my chosen children. I need you to plan your planet's flag, your planet's, just start that. I don't want to go too deep into the program. Figuring that out. Okay? And I will be working on a treaty with the whales and the water animals for next time. So, to go over the things that we were talking about, I need my men to follow suit. My Masons, I need you to follow suit because we are now on a new channel. We're going to allow them to shut all their stuff down. Otherwise, white lung, the new COVID variant, ball rot, firstborn, zombies, plants, volcano, smoke, NASA, CIA, FBI, elephants, lions, squirrels, whales, new dimension, planet flag. Okay. I also need someone to code in prison planet. Prison planets for those who try to escape from their consciousness level and want to suck on someone else's wiener. Which, yes, when you suck on someone else's wiener, you can suck the consciousness right out of their pineal gland and they turn into a mummy. Sorry, Akhenaten.
Stop it. Stop it.
And when you suck the pineal gland out, all the light out, that means you flip inside out. So you're like a white man, but you're black, or a black man and you're white. And you start worrying about color for some reason. No one gives a fuck about your color. I got people who saying their planet, their people look like 8 foot tall green aliens. Doesn't matter. Your reality. What matters is it approved by God? Ashe. Class is over. If you have any questions, I will be meditating for an hour before bed. I don't go to bed till late. So, and action. Follow fucking suit. Turn the lights off. Get your ass home under your mother's umbrella. Get under so we can start this shit and watch it burn. Okay? Bye.
I'm